the greatest minds and most successful people in history all have had one thing in common. They've had 24 hours in a day. There's not many commonalities between these people, but here is one. So today we're going to look at how you, a remote leader, can manage your time better. I'll move my fat head, move it in a bit. So we'll start, in this case, we're going to start with task delegation. Like I said before, time is your most valuable asset. Here's how you can manage more effectively and in a virtual setting. So the outline, let's squish myself in a bit more. The outline, who? Remote leaders, anyone managing people. So you have a team below you, including subordinates. Horrible word, but it is what it is. Why? Remove your low value work, increase your quality, and push continuous development. Including this continuous development is a compounding effect that we'll talk about later. So this is specifically when you're handing over a task to a subordinate. Once again, I love that word. Outline. So this is a 3-step process. You do it. So you've done the task. It's a repeatable task. In this case, you dot point it, flesh it out for the person you're going to hand it to. And one of my mentors says, if it's anything more than a post-it note, it's too complicated. So this is where you flesh it out really quickly, really high level, not to get bogged down in the details. The next step, as I'll go down, is more explanatory. So we do it. The person you're with, you do it. You jump on a Zoom call. So that's important in a virtual setting. This is the highest form of communication. It really gets that in the RACI C, consult. Consult is two-way communication. So you go through it together. They can ask it. You can flesh out more of the details. You may consider recording that said Zoom call so that the subordinate can look back on it. I should say team member. So your team member can look back on it, revise the steps they've gone through for later use. Here's one we went through this morning and we fleshed it out a bit together. This is just really the high level. There's an appendix below. For example, there's a methodology below, but here we've just got 5 steps. Some are broken down, and we just went through together and we asked what's next. Is there any important steps missing? Does anything not make sense? We asked said person who's going to use it, the team member, do you think you could get off the ground with this and get going? And then, so the third step is they do it, they actually use the process, and then they SOP it. So they complete it, they step it out, they fine tune it to a level we're aiming for an intelligent non-expert can walk off the street and use it. So that it's detailed enough that you can't, it's going to reduce errors and reduce quality, increase quality, and that quality over time compounds. So in the example we had previously, there's the process for split testing winners on a emails. So one winner wins, and then that next minute winner hopefully wins, and they continually develop so that they win and have the compounding effect over years that you're building winners, 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 winners. Yes, you'll lose the test, but overall the aggregate is winning, 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 winning. Now, if you have the right quality, you have the right process, there's quality in that process, and it's continually developing to continue to win, then you're going to have a compounding effect on your procedures, on your business, and you're going to push forward and gain whatever you're trying to gain. New customers, revenue, could be quality itself. You have a continual development system right there. So what is that? Troubleshooting. Right, we got there eventually. So managers that hate SOPs, it does happen. When you're in that position, allow your team member to coach you. Give them a set of questions. So if you had trouble with the post-it note section, the I do it section, just get them to talk it out with you. What was the very next thing you did? Just take it easy, take a deep breath, step by step. When you're showing them, or before, preferably before you come to the meeting, it's good to have this, but you can work through it in that meeting. What was your next step? What was the very next thing you did? Flesh it out before you meet with your subordinate. And then again, if someone doesn't understand it, meet again and refine it or ask questions. Remember, this is a live document. It's not a dead document. All of these virtual documents that we use, they're on Google Docs. So they are live, instantaneously updated, and you can continue developing and get that compounding effect in your business. So to recap, you do it, post-it note style, keep it brief, keep it short. They do it with you. They do it, then they SOP it, they detail it out, standard operating procedure. They do it out, they flesh it out with you. And overall, we're going to take back the time, improve quality in the business, and enjoy the compounding effects, watching everything grow. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, if you can say that word, and comment. Cheers.